The Downton staff are pleased to receive a letter from Gwen, a former housemaid, detailing her happy married life and secretarial work. They plan to send her a card. Thomas Barrow congratulates Miss Braithwaite on her promotion to lady's maid, but subtly hints at the other staff's disapproval. While O'Brien advises Braithwaite to be cautious around Barrow, despite being friendly. A locked box addressed to Lady Mary arrives, prompting Carson to insist that Lord Grantham examine it first, concerned about its contents. Robert discovers old letters and a child's toy inside, including a potentially significant letter from Matthew declaring Lady Mary his sole heir. Lord Grantham shares the letter with his mother and wife, and they debate its legal validity and the implications for George's inheritance. Mrs. Hughes informs Mr. Bakewell Grigg that his former employer cannot offer him a position in Belfast, but encourages him to pursue opportunities there independently, while Carson observes their interaction with disapproval. Rose, eager to practice the new dance, tries to convince Anna to join her, but Anna refuses, worried about Lady Grantham finding out. Meanwhile, Cora asks Miss Braithwaite to find another dress after hers is damaged, and Braithwaite is later found looking at a play flyer. Mrs. Hughes accompanies Lady Rose to a tar-dar dance at York Dance Hall. Cautioning her against showing too much excitement, Mrs. Hughes finds Mr. Carson looking at a photo of a former friend, Alice Neal, who he says treated him badly. Bates asks Lady Grantham to help Mr. Molesley with a discreet loan due to his financial struggles, and she agrees. Lady Mary learns from Barrow that Miss Braithwaite is upset, hinting at some drama. Mary grants Miss Braithwaite permission to accompany Lady Rose to the dance, instructing her to keep Rose out of trouble. Bates seeks a signature from a local villager, presumably for Gwen's cause. Lady Mary, Lady Grantham, and Tom Branson discuss the estate's future. Lady Grantham reveals that Mary or George will own half of Downton to cover inheritance taxes, leaving the remainder to Tom, who will also train Mary to oversee the estate. Mrs. Crawley visits Mr. Carson to try and reconcile him with Mr. Bakewell Grigg, who seeks forgiveness, but Carson remains resistant. In London, Lady Edith and Mr. Gregson discuss his complicated marital situation and his place in her family, with Edith worrying about her family's acceptance. Later, Mary and Tom visit a market and discuss selling land. At the Jubilee York Dance Hall, Rose introduces herself as Rose Smith, a lady's maid, to a young man named Sam Thorley, hiding her true identity. James, suspecting something, follows Ivy to the dance hall and ends up dancing with Anna, while Rose dances with Sam. After the dance, Mary discusses death duties with Tom as he drives her and Sam to the fields. Following a fight at a dance hall, Mr. Bates settles his debt to Mr. Molesley, a repayment that prompts Anna to question Molesley about his interactions with Rose. Carson plans a night out with Braithwaite, raising eyebrows from Mrs. Hughes and Mrs. Patmore. Robert discusses inheritance tax issues with Carson. Later, Sam Thorley arrives seeking Rose, meeting secretly with her at the back door with Braithwaite's help. Rose, briefly disguised as a maid, speaks with Sam, who expresses romantic interest before leaving, and Barrow witnesses their goodbye. The family gathers, including a newly returned Edith, to hear Murray's message regarding Matthew's letter. It confirms Mary's half-ownership of the estate, leading to concerns about inheritance taxes and Branson's suggestion to sell land, a proposal Mary opposes. Tensions rise between Robert, Mary, and Branson regarding the estate's future. Mrs. Hughes and Mr. Bates share a cryptic moment, while Carson confronts Barrow about his duties. Anna and Mr. Bates share a quiet moment by the fire, and Carson reflects on an old photo. Mrs. Crawley, the Dowager Countess, and Mr. Grigg await a train where Grigg confides in Carson about his past relationship just before Bates arrives on the platform. At the train station, Mr. Grigg tells Mr. Carson that Mrs. Hughes once loved him, a fact she apparently wanted Mr. Carson to know should they ever meet again, and he expresses regret. Mrs. Crawley interrupts, urging Mr. Grigg to board his train. As he boards, Mr. Grigg thanks Mrs. Crawley for her help and shakes hands with Mr. Carson, seemingly signifying a truce. After he is on the train, he reiterates his desire to part as friends. The men wish each other well as the train departs. Mr. Carson then speaks with Mrs. Crawley, inquiring about expenses she incurred during Mr. Grigg's stay. While she initially declines, she agrees to submit them at Mr. Carson's insistence. Mr. Carson and Mrs. Crawley then walk together along the train platform.